I know it's been literally 2 years since Suicide Squad came out, and no one really cares anymore. When it comes to scathing reviews, I know I'm pretty late to the party. These 2 videos exist, so there's not really much of a point in me making one. However, me and my girlfriend Daisy watched Suicide Squad and we filmed our reaction. The footage, however, was not particularly usable. It was mostly either us sitting in silence or just talking over one another. Is it diegetic or non-diegetic? Also, I'm not sure.
Floyd
as far as I can tell, there's not any glass in this door. However, again, because however is the word of the day today, I'm not going to have watched all of Suicide Squad and not got a video out of it. I will not make that sacrifice in vain. I lost 2 hours of my life to this frickin' terrible movie. So the following is my somewhat delayed review of Suicide Squad, intercut with little bits of me watching the film with Daisy and some snippets from the film as well, just to demonstrate my points as to why this is most certainly not the greatest movie ever made.
You're gonna be so overwhelmed with
how terrible it is?
Yes.
So the thing about Suicide Squad, the story behind why it's so terrible, and there are many stories, but the main one, they were making this film that was dark and gritty. Guardians of the Galaxy came out. They hired a trailer company to cut a trailer for Suicide Squad that looked like it would be the same tone as Guardians of the Galaxy. People liked that trailer. They did reshoots, and then they got the trailer company to cut the film together. If that sounds like a recipe for absolute disaster, you have no idea.
What you know about this film at the moment is that it was edited by people who make trailers.
Yeah.
So all I can say is, yeah.
There are 3 main ways that this film is edited to make it just bizarre. The first is like a problem of over-tightening the film. Like, there was too much stuff, so they were cutting stuff down and they cut stuff that they kind of needed. This resulted in a bunch of bizarre continuity cuts that did not make sense at all. Like, Harley's standing, but now she's sitting down.
Fine, don't waste my time then.
This your lady.
Look, are you enjoying yourself? Are you enjoying yourself?
What?
That was an interesting cut, wasn't it?
Or suddenly a folder appears on the desk.
The worst of the worst.
There's rumors.
Or suddenly they're halfway down the stairs when previously they were hiding behind a pillar, but it doesn't feel like a cut that was meant to be elliptical because it was just a few seconds, but not like a jump cut. It just...
It's not real. He's right. It's not real.
The second problem is the fact that there aren't really any scenes.
What? One more time, Jack. There isn't scenes in the film.
Again, this is a trailer company we're talking about. You don't have scenes in trailers. They don't know how to do scenes. In the first 5 minutes, before the opening credits, you have 3 songs, 2 flashbacks, and just there's so... Okay. You can do this, Matthew. You can do this. It's okay. You got this. Everything is a montage in this film. Just... And not even Zack Snyder-y kind of cool montages. It feels like they've just taken scenes and stripped out just like the iconic bits, stitched them together and said, hey, look, we made a movie. No, you made a 2-hour trailer. This kind of leads me into the third point that I had, which is just weird trailery things that happen. In the trailer for the first Avengers film, there's a bit where Tony Stark is picked up and thrown like that, and then it cuts to Captain America flying out of a window. And it's like, it feels like that throw and that flying out of window is somehow connected, but it's not, because it's completely different scenes with different characters. That's what trailer companies do. They make it all flow, and they don't care if they're doing weird things like borrowing bits from other scenes, or if the story actually makes sense. There's a scene where we're first introduced to Killer Croc, where it's all like cuts closer into the face, but it's very odd in that there are no bars separating people from him in the wide shot, but there are in the close-up. And I realised this when I was watching it. But I thought, maybe I was wrong. Maybe the bars are kind of metaphorical bars. Maybe there's a reason for this. And then I realised the reason about 5 minutes later, when there's a second scene with Killer Croc where he's in a cell with bars, and they've just taken a close-up bit from that scene, shoved it into an earlier scene, because they're a trailer company, and if it fits with the motion and the flow that you're trying to get, just shove it in there, even though it doesn't fit the frickin' scene. I understand something now, which is we saw these shots in the introduction when he was down the thing. I was like, there are no bars. Where did the bars come from? The bars came from a different scene. That's where the bars came from. The bits of backstory for Harley and the Joker, they're probably like the worst offenders of weird trailer syndrome.
What are you gonna do? You gonna kill me, Mr. J?
What? Oh, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna hurt you. Really, really bad.
Like, what is this? What is this? What is this? The same's kind of true for the Diablo backstory and just so many things. There's so many things wrong with this film. Basically, it's bizarre. But do you know what the worst thing is? The worst thing about this terrible, terrible movie is that there are bits that are good. I genuinely really enjoyed Margot Robbie's performance and Will Smith's performance. I thought Jared Leto's performance was wild and unhinged, and that might have been entertaining in a good film, even though here it's just a bunch of laughing. I really like some of the designs. I quite like the Joker tattoos. I know that people, generally speaking, aren't a fan of that, but I thought it was a cool decision. Killer Croc looks great. The weird many-eyed thingy-ma-what's-it-ma-doo-does look great. There's the bit with all the stuff with the Enchantress, where there's like the hand and it flips over.
Enchantress.
Mwah! Mwah! Incredible, amazing, I love it. Oh, it's so brilliant. There are some pretty good lines in it as well.
Stupid bats, you're ruining date night!
People say things that are funny.
And if she can't cut it and her grades start slipping, I need you to white people that thing. You know how y'all do.
Oh, yeah.
You could have made a movie, but you didn't. And yeah, just
Matt's just upset.
I am.
There's so much potential.
Honestly, I just feel sorry for everyone involved, because like, you might not have made a great movie by the end, but you would have made a movie. And I have respect for movies, even if they're bad movies, but this is not a movie. It's not a film. It's not anything. It's a 2-hour freaking cinematography showreel meets trailer meets... I don't even know. It's a trailer for about 7 movies with... Here's the thing. Here's the thing about creative vision. You might not have a good vision, but if you have one and you lead the film all the way through from start to finish, you'll have a cohesive whole that will be watchable. If Warner Brothers had let David Ayer make the movie he was trying to make, it would definitely have been better than what we got, and it would have it would have been a movie. Just let it be a movie. Let it be a film. Let it be a flick. Let it be whatever you want to call them. But don't not make movies because you want to make it more like another movie. I'm genuinely a little bit upset about this. Okay, main body of the video over. If you were just here for the Suicide Squad stuff, leave. I'm now here talking to my actual friends who watch this. I'm still off social media. I can't share this video anywhere. I'm not on Twitter or Facebook, and almost all the views for these videos come from Facebook and Twitter. So if you want to really help me out, you can share this video, like and subscribe, hit the bell, ding ding.